why. I'm so bad at this. New Year 2024, I was like, I'm gonna make a video every month. 3 months later. Yeah, basically I got depressed in February and I was gonna make a video about it, but then I saw these things online and I got in my head basically that it was my fault and I was playing the victim, and that if I talked about it I was playing the victim even more, and that I was choosing to be depressed and I just needed to snap out of it and get a grip. Anyway, I wanted to talk about kind of TikTok, not really, but like social media, etc. With summer coming up, I feel like now you're supposed to do videos doing something, you know, get ready with me, cook with me, walk with me, but I just can't multitask and I don't want to get ready because it's nighttime and I'm not going anywhere, and also I literally can't get ready in my, like, I need a mirror and then it just doesn't work. So anyway, it's a chatty get ready with me. Like, I mean, I've got an apple, it could be a chatty eat my apple with me, but even that's a bit risky because, you know, it might make loud chewing noises. I just put off making videos because I'm so embarrassed about it. And it's so embarrassing to just sit and record yourself and post it when you know no one's going to watch it. Especially if you're talking about mental health and stuff like that. It's just kind of weird. And social media is so popular now. So many people want to do that as a job. And I see, like, on TikTok, all these kids that want to drop out of school to do social media, and people just living their best lives, just being paid to be online, to post their life online, to promote products and take pictures. I can't help a lot of the time but kind of be jealous about that, because sometimes I feel like I have a lot to offer and the world isn't really seeing it if just my mom and 2 friends get to know about it. And it's like, people supposedly do well on social media and content creating because they're real and relatable and like charming, but then I'm real and relatable and charming, and it feels like they don't really have anything that makes their life experiences and their personality doesn't really make them stand out from anyone else, and yet for some reason they're doing well posting online, which, I mean, probably a lot of it is about self-confidence and self-doubt, because I film stuff and I don't post it. And, you know, when I'm doubting myself and trying to record, it makes it hard for me to focus because I'm just second-guessing everything I'm saying and trying to justify it and just rambling on and getting off track. Like, I follow a couple of online social media content creators that their focus is mental health or neurodiversity or chronic illness. It's great, like, great for them, but they get to publish, write their own books, they get like this dream life, and it doesn't really feel fair, because I know they worked hard for that, but I think it is a lot about timing. And, you know, we're not really, I'm not any different to them, and they get all this stuff. Like, I write poetry and some of my poetry is quite good, and I see people that get kind of a lot of attention online from posting their poetry and reading it out. And, you know, people come to them and say, do you want to make a book with us? And, like, why can't that happen to me? Maybe, as I say, I'm just sitting here, I'm just talking and it's boring. Like, I need to be eating an apple or, like, doing my makeup, or just people are bored. And I'm so critical, I think, because I don't watch YouTube videos. So when I'm talking, obviously in the back of my head the whole time is like, it's not interesting because I wouldn't find it interesting. But then I'm like, yeah, Tess, you got to think your audience are people that find watching like chatty get ready with me is interesting. I don't know. It's just all social media, and summer's coming up and you see everyone posting online, you know, their Instagram, their monthly dumps. And I'm like, how have you got that many good photos in a month? It would take me half a year to collect 10 photos of that quality, smiling, everyone looks nice, sunny, different locations. Everyone just seems to be living the dream life and have it all sorted out, which I know is the whole epiphany of social media. But it's like, I don't even have my life sorted out enough to pretend on social media that I do. I can't do a monthly Instagram dump because I don't have 10 cool photos a month. Most of the stuff I do, I choose it for what's gonna give me a good picture, which, saying it out loud, sounds really sad. If I didn't get a picture, it didn't happen. If it's not gonna make a good picture, I won't do it. Like, I do it for the photo. I actually do. All the digital cameras are back in. That just makes things even more complicated because I can't just take photos on my phone. I've got to get a digital camera and make them look all cool. And there's so much pressure around summer anyway. You're supposed to be happy, and you're supposed to be skinny, and you're supposed to be tanned, and you're supposed to be traveling the world, and you're supposed to have 100 best friends. I see the people I went to school with posting online, and they're just all friends, and they, you know, it seems like they're soulmates, and they're just meant for each other, and it's all perfect. And I just kind of, you know, have a lot of regret. Like, why did I get mentally ill? Why did I move school? Like, I should have just stayed at my first school, and I'd still be friends with all those people that look like they have an amazing life. And even if it's not as amazing as it looks, it's better than mine, you know? So whatever, I moved school, and maybe that's a regret, but also I still could have stayed in touch with my friends and kept those relationships going, because they all have. Why is everyone at high school still best friends with each other? But I don't have any friends. Like, I don't know, I just really crave close relationships like that. I just want to share experiences with people. That's not my mum. I want people to just really know me inside out, and they just know who I am, and they know what I'm like when I'm happy and when I'm sad, and what the right proportion is supposed to be, and they just know me. And the only person that knows me really is like my mum, which is just, it's not really hitting the spot for me. I want relationships like more intimate than that. And then, you know, online dating, well, I just hate online dating. I hate chatting to people online, and the first date is so awful. It's like I want to meet someone, but I don't know how to do it authentically because I just don't meet people. But I don't know how to do it online because it makes me want to shrivel up into a ball and die. So there isn't really a solution to that one. I'm kind of just ignoring it for the time being. Although I was, you know, getting a you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Haven't eaten an apple in like 4 years or something. I just fancied one, but they weren't in the fridge in the shop, so I put them in the freezer to try and make them cold. I had to wash it with washing up liquid because it was really like sticky. But I googled it, and apparently it's just the wax. So I like to keep busy, and I plan stuff. I always like stuff planned in. I freak out if I've got nothing to do. It really panics me. And I like to have stuff, you know, booked in a couple months in advance to look forward to and just have something. And I tend to have one big thing a month and a couple little things. And then with summer, there's just a lot more pressure. I mean, trying to book all these trips away, plan a trip to the Lake District and the Northumberland and Edinburgh. And then you sit down and you're like, well, who do I go with? Then you think, why do I actually want to do these things? Sure, a small part is because I like to have things booked in and I want to have a nice summer. But is a big part that I want to have photos and I want to post about it on social media. Potentially, I need to just realise that taking a photo where I look like I'm having fun doesn't equate to me actually having fun. And quite frankly, me planning a trip away, organising myself and 2 or 3 other people to go with me, the money, coordinating the dates, the accommodation, and then getting there and having no routine, having nothing to do. Everyone wants to get up at different times. What are we going to eat? Weather doesn't pan out. What's the saying? A disaster waiting to happen. And I know that because I have hated going on holiday for a really long time. And that is when I didn't even do the planning. It's proving to be so much more tricky than I ever could have imagined. Planning a 3-day trip to the Northumberlands, whatever. A massive research task for me. Everything kind of falls into my lap. A, because I'm just the driving force behind everything and people are lazy. But B, the fact that even if they did try to help, I have to have everything planned out so carefully that I probably wouldn't appreciate it anyway. It wouldn't be to the standard that I needed the research. 2 nights in the Northumberlands, you think, right, cool. Hey, Jess, Abby, do you want to go to Northumberland? Cool. Should we go this date? Yeah. All right, I'll book a Airbnb. Done. But for me, it's like, that'll take me a whole weekend to sit down and plan for hours. I'll need a map. I'll be on Google, on TikTok, on YouTube, researching all of the nice areas to go. I'll be like marking all the places I want to go on the map. Then I'll be trying to find an accommodation that's, you know, in the middle of them all and a little, you know, a nice town. Be trying to find something that's a good price. I'll be looking at the different options. Is it cheaper if we try and get an extra person? And it just becomes this massive chore that's so overwhelming and so stressful. And there's so much pressure because I've put that much effort into trying to make it good that I don't even want to go. Because I'm like, when I go, I'm going to be so disappointed because I've put that much time into making it right and it's still not going to be right. All for the photos. But hey, I'll be crying in all the photos and looking really pissed off and angry because it just won't be going to plan. So, moral of the story is, social media is rubbish. It just favors some people and gives them really great lives and loads of opportunities. Hey, let's write a book. Let's go to, what's that place called? Oh my God, what's that place called in Germany? Oh, Amsterdam. Also, I didn't see that, you know, it came to my head naturally. Just saying. Let's go and do a conference to 1,000 people. Let's run an event that's autism friendly and dopamine colours. You know, they get all these great stuff for no reason. Like, there's no reason why it's them and not me or you. It just is. They just got lucky. And some other factors, but it feels like when it boils down to it, I could do that as well if you gave me the opportunity. Apart from that, it just makes you feel rubbish about your life because you see how amazing everyone else's life is and yours isn't that good. It's not a revelation. I'm pretty sure my mum told me that about Facebook 10 years ago. And you don't choose depression. And I really wish that I did record myself last month because I was so full of sorrow and misery, you know, like to look at how I'm animated I am now, even though it's probably because I just got back from the gym, you know, endorphins and whatever. But I am a completely different person and it's nothing that I didn't do anything, you know. Having depression, being depressed, it just comes in cycles, it's in waves, you just go with it, you ride with it. Hope it doesn't last longer than a month or you might end up dead. You know, it'll come for a day and I'll be like, that's weird, I was depressed today. Then I'll be fine for a week. And then I'll have 4 depressed days in a row and I'm like, what the hell? And then suddenly the whole of February is suicide territory. Which, yeah, I made a lot worse for myself because of social media. Because TikTok told me that it was my fault that I was depressed because I've adopted it as part of my personality. So thanks a lot for that one. So yeah, I am stressed for summer. I don't like my body. It's fat and it's wrinkly and it's bobbly. But I'm not going anywhere anyway because I absolutely hate planning it. So this is your reminder, I suppose, that you don't have to go on holiday. I mean, I wasn't even going abroad. I was looking at two there's flies in this house. I was looking at 2-night trips, couple 2-night staycations, and I honestly can't probably manage that even. I'd rather take my whiskey neat. Well, I'm gonna round it up because run out of things to say. This was supposed to be a calm, sad video about how you don't need to feel pressure for summer, and if you've got no friends and you're fat and you're not tanned and you hate yourself and you hate going on holiday and you hate having nothing to do, but you also hate, do you know what, that kind of thing, then me too. And hopefully we're not the only ones, but maybe delete social media, or just don't look at it, or just do a really good job of pretending to have a perfect life just like everyone else. Oh god, rambling now. Gonna go before I overthink and delete the whole video. Bye.